Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PSGL Season 25, Round 2 of the FP tier. We are Australia. I am your commentator, IRL Neon, or Jared Fosbury. I'm also joined by my co-commentator, Ollie. If you want to introduce yourself, Ollie.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Nice to be here tonight.
It's been a very good night. It is cloudy, as we can see in quality right now. So, are we expecting rain? As I believe two of the Toro Rossos are already out, which is, I believe, Paresh and Edward, or as Lickle. As I know, for some reason we have a weird camera view. As Paresh is actually on the hard tyres, so it is a one-stop strategy, I believe. Soft to medium or soft to hard. So we'll
you're right there.
We'll wait and see what people can do on quali. As we do go underway, of course, for quali. What is your top 4 prediction then for quali, Ollie?
For quali, I feel the likes of Throne could do alright. I don't know what order, but I'm going to say my predicted top 4 will be Ash, Best, Lickle, Cherry and Throne. I feel they do really well because they're all in half decent cars. Both of them doing well.
Well, then that's Ollie's top 4 prediction. Well, since I missed last week, since I had no internet, I don't really know what everyone's pace is like because I didn't really tune in until the end of the race. So I'm going to go with Lickle first, I think, with Ash second, probably Cherry Pie third, and then I'm going to go with, I don't know, let's go with From in fourth, since I don't know how everybody's pace is. As we can see, actually, Paresh is on a lap right now. Currently his teammate is behind him, so he is getting a bit of DRS and a bit of slipstream, which won't actually help Lickle's lap right now, because he's going to get a bit of dirty air. I wonder what this strategy could do then, Ollie, between Paresh and Lickle right now, as it could be affecting one of the drivers, and as Cowboy has retired. He's actually crashed out into turn 2 there, exit turn 2. It's very interesting. As whoa, Paresh goes off
Lickle through.
Yep, so
yeah,
he must have backed off his lap. Maybe this was a tactic for the Toro Rosso team. But we do have our first retirement of TMC Cowboy. As here comes Lickle now to the line. 22.3 on medium tyres, and Bugatti beats that with a 22.3 on softs.
Jamie now crosses the line. He goes third faster with 24.4 on the hard compounded tyres. Probably not his best of laps. Might want to be going again. Just recharge his battery and see if he's got the fuel to go again.
Yeah, you're alright there.
The line now goes pole. 21 seconds on the softs.
Interesting.
Ferrari crossing the line now. Yeah, that's Boomer. Boomer now crosses the line. Oh, he's starting his lap.
Yeah, he did a 26.3 there, but it wasn't valid actually. As Callum Anson's out in quali, he crashed it up.
Going to the racing point. No.
I believe turn 10 out of exit turn 10. I think he's just tried to car through.
He clipped the wall. Yeah, he just clipped the wall.
And he's actually left. That is unfortunate there for Callum. Right now though, I believe Lordy was on a lap last time I checked, and he's about to finish his lap. See what time he will do. And that's a 123.6, promotes him to 5th place on mediums. Spanish Town does a 7th is a 124.5, and Paresh did do a lap as a banker with a 129.7 on hards. Did you say Boomer was on a lap? No, he's actually not, he's backed off. Okay, then we will go on board with From. Ollie, if you want to commentate over his lap.
Yeah, so we see Lickle now, not Lickle, Throne going through turn 5, through the flat right of turn 6, I believe. A little bit on the curve. He just invalidated his lap. So unlucky for him that.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, he
He's
hasn't
got a Red
validated.
Bull in his rear though. I'm not quite sure what it is. I think that's Cam. Yeah, it's Cam. Can't tell if Cam's on a lap or not. I think he is. Yeah, Cam's on a lap.
Cam.
Yeah, New Zealand Cam. Red Bull.
Red Bull. Yep, wrong one. Don't know, does he have
Going
wind
to the
damage?
far left. Now he's not taking out with full speed.
Yeah, I think he's got a bit of end plate damage actually, so I don't think this actually will be his lap. I think he may pit.
Is he?
Yeah, it looks like he's
left.
got a big chunk of the wing missing there. As right now though, only 9 people have done laps. We can see a Renault, I believe that is From, but then a Haas.
There's a J. So
What's that, J?
Cherry 2 Pi will be the next on the lap. He's on the soft compound tyres. Followed by the Renault of J-Bay.
Alright, then we'll stay on board with Cherry 2 Pi then. But currently, your top 9 is as follows. Ash is currently leading qualifying with Bugatti in second. Lickle is in third, who's quite close to Bugatti on a different compound of tyre. Metclass in fourth, Lordy in fifth. Both McLarens are sixth and seventh, with Mr. Grumpy 1989 in eighth, and Presh, who did a banker time on hards with a 129.7 in ninth, as Cherry 2 Pi is about to start his qualifying lap. As we can see, he takes turn one.
You can take the lap.
Okay then, Matt. Ash actually helps him a little bit with slipstream there, a bit of team work there. So now let's see how he will take turn 3. Into turn 4 he goes. It's a bit wide, just goes up the 4th gear. Into turn 5 now. Nice and tidy through sector 1, so 26.9 currently. It's currently purple. So this is looking for good position. Could we see an Alfa Romeo 1-2 in quali? Let's see how he takes this little chicane. Got to get the traction correct, as we've seen 2 drivers make mistakes here. However though, Cherry 2 Pi handles that neatly to the tricky fast left right hander. Got to get this right, because one little mistake can put you into the wall. So I did just miss out his delta in sector 2. We'll keep an eye on how he performs on the final part of the lap. One's a bit wide there, that could be an invalidation. If he pits, it is an invalidation. He's not, he's staying out. See what he does. Runs a bit more wide on the final corner. Coming to the line. It's going to be a 1:22 flat there. Just misses out on the lead by a few tenths there. However, his teammate will be on a lap next, but I think you said Dre was right after him. Oh, Dre's actually pitted.
Yeah, he bottled his lap.
Is anybody else?
He completely messed it up.
There was a Toro Rosso, that's Paresh. Or was that Edward?
Ash is on his flying lap again.
Well, if you want to commentate over his lap, I've got him on board right now.
So at the moment we have Ash Best currently on provisional pole. Laps so far seem very good, very clean, no little mistakes. It all seems to be very good so far. Let's see what he does in the first sector as he approaches turn 6 and 7 chicane. He is up by 1.5 tenths. Going round the long sweeping corner of turn 8 into the short chicane of turn 9. How will he do on traction through there? Of course, that can be rather difficult sometimes. Get a little bit of kick of oversteer, can put you in the wall if you're a little bit sketchy about that. Into the deadly chicane of turn 9 and 10 he goes. Might see a few drivers lose it there, and Ash does go a little bit deep into the turn 9, slowing his exit. So he's going to lose a lot of time going on the straight as Little goes pole on a 1:21.2 in the Toro Rosso. And finally into turn 13, sorry, my bad. Little lock up, might affect him a little bit. Down to the 5th gear, on the curve a little bit, needs to stay straight, breaking into the second to last corner. Yellow flag appearing at turn 2. Little left through the last corner, nice and early on the power, as he runs down to the line to finish in a 1 minute 21.1, beating Little's time, who's in the Toro Rosso.
Oh, it's a very good lap there from Ash, as Lickle does send one of his decent laps there, saying, yeah, Ash, if you want to try and get pole, you're going to have to try and beat my lap. And Ash answered to that, and has currently got pole position. Right now, though, Edward has split the Alphas, so Alphas are now 1-3 instead of 1-2, as I believe right now, actually. Oh, someone's just moved. Cam's moved to 3rd place now. So, as we can see, a bit of weird, I don't know what happened there. Cam's... That was weird.
Ooh, that's a recent point.
Where's Cam on you on track? 'Cause for me, he's approaching the final.
4 or 5.
Okay, yeah, he's not there. I've got a glitch with Cam where the desync thing. Apparently he's in the final corner now. So that's... I was wondering how could he just done his lap when he was there.
Just running board of Jamie's run out of ERS, going down to the line. He goes 10 fastest. I've noticed a couple of these drivers aren't using their ERS efficiently enough because they're running out of ERS going down towards the start-finish straight.
Is Lodi? No, Lodi will be on a lap now, so I will go on board with Lodi in the Haas. Seri takes turn 1, goes to 4th gear, nice and tidy through turn 1 and 2, gets a decent exit, backs the car down the straight, now into turn 3, goes down to 2nd, it's a bit deep, oh, and almost loses the rear, and that's his lap over. Now as Lodi's seeing that Haas is a handful right now, as I believe that's actually, is that, no that's not, someone just did a lap. Actually, Presh did an invalid at 23.6, so that would have promoted him 12th, I believe. As Greeny is now in 8th with a 22.4, who's currently out on an outlap right now.
Throne is in lap, I think.
Dre is on a lap right now.
Yeah.
He's going to approach the end of Sector 2 soon. Coming through the chicane, see what Dre can do. See his teammates were from.
Charity Pie's on an outlap.
Charity Pie is on an outlap, alright.
Next challenge, big boys.
If you want to go over his lap after I've done Dre's. There's nice and tidy there through turn 11 and 12. Final DRS zone. Nice and tidy there from Dre. To the final part of the lap. I believe that actually might be Paresh actually.
Did he spin it or did he just...
I don't know, I think
he might have spun it. I think he might have spun it.
Yes, watch out for one of the Williams, but here comes Dre. He's going to do a 1:22.2, promotes him to 6th place. So only a few hundreds off his teammate, who's currently in 5th. And I believe you said Charity Pie was on a lap.
Yes, he is. Going for the chicane of turn 9 and turn 10. Been on an okay lap so far. I haven't caught him on the delta as he approaches turn 9 and turn 10. Let's see how quickly he takes that and how efficient it is. He gets the curb of turn 9 and turn 10 well done. Seems to be the best he could have done it. So let's see what he does into the split, which I think he's already gone past. I'm just going to check his delta and see how it is appearing right now. He is down in the 2nd sector, but in the 1st sector he matched. So I don't know how much he gained. A little squirm going for the first last corner there. Nice and quick for the 2nd last corner. Getting a nice wide line around the last corner. The Alfa Romeo doesn't quite have the amount of grip as the other cars do. So let's see what he does crossing the line, using his pace. Oh, he improves by 3 tenths of a second. He improves but gains no positions. That's not going to be what he wants. He wants to be up there with his teammate who is P1 at the moment.
Oh yeah, you're right there. It might not be what he wants, but he will be happy that he has improved, and he's got a bit of a gap now to From, who's currently at 5th with a 22.1. And yes, Cam, the strategy is soft to medium or soft to hard, or you could do the 2-stop, soft, soft, medium, but I won't try that because that is really probably for the guys who probably can pull out a lead of 30 seconds to try that, but it is up to you what strategy you do.
Mr. Grumpy coming across the line now.
Oh,
just 12 fastest in the racing point.
Like
his teammate's now coming down. He's be watching out for him.
His teammate,
yes, Greeny about to finish a lap. Greeny's now finishing his lap in the Williams. Willie got the leaderboard. The 5th fastest in the Williams.
4.5 tenths there. 5th
Great
place.
stuff
Good
from
luck from him. Especially with the Williams' pace. Like the Williams isn't the fastest car; it's the slowest. Like, but on the straights, has got a decent engine, which could be helping him.
2 Pi finishing a lap. No, he's going to pits.
As there is a Haas, I believe, of Lodi finishing his lap. Oh no, he's actually on a lap right now. As he's going to have to watch out with the McLarens who've just come out of the pits, which is Jamie and orange down. We'll have slow McLarens. That is Jamie. Jamie gets out of the way.
Camp's next to finish his lap. Currently in the 2nd sector, in the 3rd sector.
Well, let me know what time he does do.
In the Red Bull. Oh, he goes in the box and cancels it. Backs up a lap. Racing point is next. It's Mr. Grumpy. And yes, it is. The veteran of PSGL. I think he might back. Yeah, he backed out of his lap. I don't know if he's going to go again or if he's going to go in the pits again, maybe. There he goes in the pits. I think that's his race over. He's qualifying.
Cornerstone moves out the way there for Lodi. And just to remind everyone, in the race, if you do leave the session, you can't rejoin, I believe, since the glitch. Oh, as Lodi is into the one. I'm surprised he hasn't lost his wheel there. That was a big shunt. Wow. I'm surprised he didn't lose his wheel. Just too much, I think, in the rear, just on the grass, and it just lost him it. But as I was saying, as we will go on board with Jamie, who will be first at the McLaren, still be on a lap.
Oh, he's backed out. Oh, he just got in the way of the Ferrari.
Oh, no. Oh, but Jamie is starting his lap now. He's going to have an Alpha ahead of him, so he needs to dispose that Alpha dead quick who's coming out the pits. But yeah, you can't join back into the race since the corner cutting glitch is still
a thing. And one's round. I can't say his name, but Finn's around. Just lost the rear. I knew people were going to crash there, but it's Williams coming down to get the way.
That's not good for him.
I need to call him Finn.
As right now, though, let's see what Jamie does in Sector 1. Guys, he's down actually by 1.5 tenths right now, so he won't be happy with that. He probably needs to pick up the pace a bit, as I can see a bit of a shine on the track right now. Is there rain approaching? He's actually backed off. Is this to help his teammate out, who's currently on a lap?
Potentially.
Yeah, Jamie backed off, so...
Mercedes backed off. What about doesn't?
He has got enough time to do another run. Let's see what Porterstown does then, as Mesclas has retired. Apologies if I got your name wrong there.
Harris is about to finish his lap. Does he improve? Goes 11th faster than a Toro Rosso. Perfect place to be if you want to be starting on fresh tyres. Pornage is a 10th up on his lap.
See what he does.
He's improving more.
2 tenths.
Improves by 2 tenths of a second. Next crosses the line of his teammate McLaren.
Who is now on a
his
lap.
teammate Jamie is just starting a lap. Froome finishing a lap, and he comes 5th fastest in the Renault. Not quite where I predicted in top 4, but he's done a great job on the Renault.
Oh, there's been a big incident. Turn 12, Mr. Grumpy's gone off, and I think there was somebody else who crashed with him, possibly Dre or Greeny.
The guy who's next across the line is running low on ERS. Might run out just going towards the line, but can he get pole? In the Williams, in the slowest car on the grid, does he have that pace advantage over the likes of Lico and Alfie? I don't think so.
Well, he does improve by 4 tenths.
Only improve by 4 tenths.
What about Juho?
Doesn't really want to be in that position. He's someone to beat his time.
Got a 17th with a 25.9. So that's their laps done. I believe who's next?
Cherry 2 Pie's next. Cherry 2 Pie's next crossing the line.
And he does improve by a 10.
He improves by 10. Next to 2 Toro Rosso crossing the line. First of all was Little. And he goes pole by 3 tenths of a second. By improving 3 tenths of a second, sorry.
Well, don't count Ash out for anything because he's up by 1.5 apparently. So let's see what time he will do. Will he take pole? And yes, he does. A 120.9. Very close between these two. Very close indeed. By 100ths there. And
Dino crossing the line now.
Dino's finishing.
P4.
Good lap there from Ferrari. 121, so 8.4. Good lap there from him.
Great stuff from the Ferrari driver. I got 2 on my top 4, right? I don't know about you.
No, I got 1 of them in the top 4, but just not in the right spot. So Ash then is in pole as he's actually lost a chunk of his front wing there by rear-ending an AI. It looks like
probably just from the game. Oh, someone's running the back of him. Red Bull pushing him along. Oh, in the wall.
Wow, on my screen that looked completely a lot different. He looked like he just hit the wall.
No, there's Red Bull behind him, just pushing the wall on my screen.
Yeah, I think I got that desync with Cam. It's unfortunate.
I had a desync last night. Sunday night was when I was streaming. I remember who it was now.
So then, your top 10 with Ash Best in the lead with a 120.983. 1100ths of a second in second place is Little Locks. Cam in third in the Red Bull. Dino in fourth. Cherry 2 Pie in fifth. Flying From in sixth. Greeny in the Williams with the 121.988 in seventh. S Boomer 22 in the Ferrari in eighth. Dre 9th. Jamie 10th. And the guys who are going to get a free tyre choice is Metclass in 11th. Bugatti 12th. Paresh 13th. Mr. Grumpy 14th. Cornish Town 15th. Bodie in 16th. And Juho 17th. I didn't get the last two for you there, as we will go down them in the formation now, as we will see what tyre choice they will go and choose. And
I wonder if we'll have any rain.
There could be rain. It's a little bit brighter in quality, as I can see, but you never know. We could have
still
some rain.
Cloud though in the top left, I can see.
Well, in quality there was a bit of shine on the track, so it did look like it was going to rain, I think, if quality lasted an extra 10 minutes, but I don't know.
Look, it's going to rain in the actual race this weekend, so maybe we see some late showering later on in the race. It's a possibility.
Yeah,
we don't know. I haven't got any insight from the drivers yet. It might just be a cloudy race, meaning that tyres won't get as hot, which may help some drivers. But you never know, we have to wait and see. And the sun has put in the stream chat, I just haven't seen it.
Well, yeah. That's that formation. We have no glitch this time, like we had in F3. No, we don't. We have no glitch, so it's free glitch, which is good. As I will get all the stuff up and up. Yep, that's everything. So then, the final guys who I didn't get on with was Callum Anderson in 18th, who I believe made it back in the session, and TMC Cowboy, who tied quite early in quali. So, with the Halloween helmet he has, the pumpkin helmet, in 19th, but wow, I'm quite surprised that Paresh and Callum Anderson have gone on a set of soft tyres since they didn't make it to the top 10. But everybody else has got mediums. So
yeah, it's interesting. Maybe there is some rain, it's just coming a little bit earlier on. So
well, I've been told there is some rain apparently in the end, which I don't like to spoil it, but we've already been told. So we could expect some rain near the end of the race, maybe on the last lap. Possibly, we aren't been told when at the end, but as long as we've got that.
See some people potentially going softs in the hope that the Inters come at an earlier time to get pace advantage.
Yeah, we could see that. That is correct, as Ash is leading the formation lap right now. Hopefully we have no chaos into turn 1. It would be nice to see. It's actually one of the Red Bulls. I believe that's Cam, not in Cam Anderson. That is actually Cam. I think that's because he's still desynced for me.
If you get to predict your driver of the day now, who would you feel it would be today? Who do you feel will gain the most positions and who will have the most solid race out of all these drivers?
I'm going to say Greeny. I think Greeny in the Williams is going to be up there. Don't get me wrong, I know his pace is pretty quick, and that's why he is in the Williams, of course. So you never know, we could see a surprise for the Williams.
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Bugatti as tribute because he's starting on the medium compound in 12th position, so I expect him to go late and use his F2 pace to an advantage that he has over people in the lower tiers. So we may see him jump and do an overcut on quite a few drivers if they battle and trip over each other's toes. So
yeah, that is true.
The next 29 laps.
As long as he don't get damaged at turn 1, his strategy could be the best strategy.
He needs to keep a clean race, clean start. I'll keep an eye on him.
As we wait for everybody to line up, I don't understand why it shows Red Bull in sector 3, but we are about to start. My light sequence will start in a few seconds. And there we are. Now we're at 2 lights, 3 lights, now 4 lights, now 5 red lights, and they're off. And it looks like Lickle's had a good start, so has Bugatti. As actually, look, Greeny's actually pulling on the outside of the Alfa Romeo there, but Ash is took. Actually, it says Cam's took the lead, but it's actually Ash in the lead. Edwin second, who's getting challenged by the Ferrari of Dino. He's trying to go on the outside, switching, going on the outside. Edward sees it, cuts him off, squeezes him a little bit. But as I do apologise for the screen leaderboard glitch. But right now, though, there's a big fight for second place as there's battles all over the place right now. As the other Ferrari of Boomer wants to try and get past Greeny, and it's yellows. That is Callum.
Callum Anderson spun.
Oh no! And I said, I hope there isn't any chaos, and there's chaos. Like, oh, and there's another person.
Mercedes is spun as well. Callum Anderson retiring on track. That's not very nice. It could cause a safety car.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Sportsmanship towards the other drivers. Should have at least brought it back to the pits there.
Lash has now pulled a bit of a lead, cut a little bit of the corner there. Now 1.3 seconds, already at DRS range. Starting to make a commanding lead right now. As there's a further battle behind.
Oh, Porter's nearly lost it around turn 12.
Oh, there's a big battle right now as the Ferrari and Cherry 2 Pie are getting personal and close. Right now, wheel to wheel. As the Alfa Romeo team looks strong.
Oh, Mr. Grumpy's round, Power spun him, he's in the wall.
Oh no, that is a good.
Shame for him.
Oh,
he took damage. That's very good. That's a safety car.
Ash has now done a 129.7 current fastest
really
lap.
called a second. Really crucial for his race. Unlickled locks of rear is going to turn 1.
It's currently Cherry 2 Pie is really starting to put the pressure on Dino. Staying behind him right now. As both Reynolds have actually lost a few positions actually.
And the big Danos, the Bugatti in the Williams, Corby in the Haas, and Lordy in the Haas.
Yeah, you are correct. They're
all
the
other
biggest loser
drivers.
is Cam apparently on my screen. I don't believe that, actually.
Yeah, he lost 2 positions as well as Fro losing 2 positions. Mr. Grumpy lost 4, but of course he spun, so not really down to his start. So. Just riding the board of the midfield, you got this whole train and a whole gaggle of cars just sitting in each other's slip. Straight is quite hard to overtake at, but we see Boomer right in the tail of Greeny. He's got a poor exit. He's going for a move now, but Greeny covers off the inside. He's going to force him around the outside. Will Greeny be late on the brakes? Boomer, does he go around the outside? He attempts it, but Greeny brakes later. Leaves no room on the outside, goes on the ground.
From sees the mistake.
Leaving room for Frome to go through. Oh, Boomer goes in the back. I'm not quite sure if he got damage or not, but J-Ray wants to go for a move.
It looks like he has, it looks like. No, he hasn't actually. It looked like an end plate was missing.
A minute.
As right now though, From is happy with that 6th place, but he probably want to go and take 5th now off Greeny. As Ash still leads with Lickle 2nd, 3rd Dino, 4th is Cherry Pie, Greeny in 5th, 6th is Fran From, 7th is Boomer, 8th is Dre, 9th is Bugatti, and 10th is Jamie in the McLaren. See, there's a lot of fights all over this track. You can see there, Toro Rosso and a race point there, Metglass and Paresh battling. Ooh, is Renault there? Has From it looked like cut the corner a little bit, and is going to lose the position now to Boomer. Good move there from the Ferrari, and Dre has seen that his teammate is vulnerable and is possibly going to try and think of a move. And he is going for it, going on the inside. Good move there from the Renault. I think From let him through, but he's also let Bugatti through. Have a go. It's almost 3 wide between the Williams and the McLaren and the Renault. From's lost position from Bugatti. Jamie is not that far from this fight. 4P7 right now. So battles all over the track. As we're going to go on board with Cherry 2 Pie, who's all over the board, back rear end of Dino right now, and it is costing him a lot of time, especially for the top 2. Oh, it looked like the Alfa Romeo made a mistake. Looks like he lost the rear end. And this is helping Greeny now come to this fight. This is battles all over the track. As Lloyd's got a 5-second time. I do apologize for my voice crack there. Voice just went at me there. But there, Paresh has got a 3-second time penalty, and I believe Lodi got a 5-second penalty there in the pits, as we can see the Renault From in battle with the Jamie in the McLaren right now, as the McLaren wants to get past the Renault as soon as possible, and Jamie's thinking about it, going on the inside. Entry of Sector 2 now, still side by side I believe, and Jamie has to back out of that, but he's still hungry. Going on the outside, From sees defending on the inside as the rain has started to come down. First sprinkles of rain. Maybe this is why people did qualify on the soft tyre. Maybe they were expecting it a bit later. It's only a lap 4. But is the rain going to start coming down thick and fast? Oh, as From's gone! From is out into the wall. Big impact there into the wall there. And that is his race day over, and 0 points for him. And it would be a disappointment for him and the Renault team, especially when they were running in the points. So I'm surprised that hasn't actually caused a safety car. That was a big impact into the wall. Have a look. Uma is now starting to catch up on the Williams of Rini, as he's possibly thinking of making a move. As there is a safety car. There we have it. The safety car has been called. Now, this could be good news for the top two, but it also could be bad news that their gap's been closed, but they could peel into the pits. And another fresh set of softs possibly, or stay on the softs they got, which are probably a bit worn. But it will be good news for Bugatti. He's currently in 9th on medium, so if people ahead of him do pit, well, he will get a few positions.
Lord is in the pit. Lord is in the pit.
Well, he is in the pits, but I believe that's caught. Actually, someone. Oh, that's a safety car. I thought that was a Haas.
Will he go on the intermediates ahead of the wing, or will he stay on the softs?
I don't know.
The intermediates. I think no, he's going to softs. He's got 5 seconds stop for that.
Yeah, it's nowhere near Inters yet, but if you did miss out, Froome lost it through exit of turn 12, and just went piling into the wall, and I think that's what triggered the safety car. So, yeah, it's going to help the guys on the softs. In theory, they get a free choice of tyre if they want to pit, but it's definitely going to help Bugatti.
Like that Ash could just get held in the pits really easily, fall back down the order, and the softs on that old side stay out. Yeah, he's staying out.
He stays out. What about Lickle? Lickle stays out as well. Will anyone pit?
Oh, Dino's in.
Dino is in, so he's thinking of a different strategy. Cherry stays
Boomer's
out.
in as well, the double stacking.
Ferrari double stack. This isn't going to be good.
And J-Bray.
Dre will get a free
and
position
Jamie.
possibly.
And
wow, there is a lot of people,
and
even on mediums. Wow.
I'm surprised about that. Well, to be fair, the medium runners would lose a lot of temperature. So if they can get a free pit stop out of it, then why not?
Oh, I can't believe I've just seen this, but Dre's actually jumped both Ferraris. Because
Messi's gone to intermediates crucially.
Wow.
Does he feel that the inters will come out, like it'll be into territory before the safety car closes?
It's very interesting. He's the only one who is on inters.
It's a gamble, but it could pay off.
Could pay off, yeah. It is a risky gamble, but it's nowhere near inters in my opinion.
It looks rather dry. I mean, it's worth giving it a test to see how they feel on this outlet. If he needs to, we can always just step again.
That is true, but I've got to say the biggest losers in the pit stop window is actually Dino and Boomer. They both lost their position to Dre, as Dino got held by one of the
double stack as well.
Yeah, true, but Dre was behind Dino and got ahead of him because of the double stack. As JP says, bold call for the Welshman. And it is very bold. It could work, but it could also fail. Oh, this could be an interesting strategy to play out, as the safety car is still out.
Staying out this lap.
I think we'll stay out for another 2 laps, I believe, at least. And it won't wait for people to catch up, as there's big gaps there. Everyone should catch up though within the time, as it will only last 3 laps. But will anybody else pit for the Inters? Now, I was very surprised that people pitted on mediums. And
losing. Cam nearly lost it. They were just trying to warm the tyres up and they nearly lost
Where's
it.
Cam for you, by the way? Because he's in 15th.
P4.
Yeah.
P4.
He's not that. Person P4 is actually Greeny.
Ah.
Now I understand why there's a big gap. Has actually lost position. He's in the pits. Wow, the Racing Point driver think that it's time for
going soft.
Will come in. Oh, as he has got, I believe, wing damage. He's into the pits on a set of hard tyres.
There's softs on me. Oh.
No, he is on hards.
I think he's glitching out. He's glitching out for me, saying that they're different compounds and when they're on the car.
Yeah, he's on hards, mate. He's definitely on hards. So he's coming out on the pits. On the only person who will be on hard tyres. While we wait for those two to catch up. Who do you guys think in the comments who's going to win this race now with the safety car and the rain coming very shortly? Could quickly start chucking it down the lane, or it could be like this till the end of the race and it could possibly never be Inter's. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. But I've got to say though, Ollie, it's nowhere near Inter's conditions, and that strategy what Jamie is pulling I don't think is going to work. Especially with him currently in 9th. Could have gone on a set of softs, gambled, got a few positions, then pitted. But he's gambled on Inter's. Do you think that will work? As a safety car is actually coming in this lap. Morning, Commission. Welcome to the stream. As right now then, the safety car will be going away. Ash will back him up and possibly try and help his teammate to try and get a 1-2 for the Alfa Romeo, but he also has to realise that he can't afford a double stack for the team. As you can see, the Ferrari made that double stack pit stop and it didn't work well for him. Bit of connection issues there, but I think it's fixed now. And here we go then. You won't be able to overtake until you pass the start finish line. And Ash has gone, he's absolutely gunned it. And Cherry is thinking about attacking Lickle. Going on the inside possibly.
Dino's already passed Jamie on the intermediates.
So Jamie's Inter's gambles isn't paying off yet, but could pay off near the end of the race. Williams are 4th and 5th. But here comes Cherry to Pie. Lickle tries to close the door, doesn't work. The Alfa Romeo sees this, tries to go on the inside, can't make it work. Got to stay behind.
Boom had just gone for double overtaking the McLarens.
Wow.
Hold it down the inside of 1, going around the outside. Turn 5, turn 4, will he hold it out? No, he doesn't. Going, side by side there. Round the outside, what a move there from him.
Oh, and Jamie's in big trouble on those Inters. He's losing a lot of time. So that gamble hasn't worked.
That's the best tyres to be on.
I believe he's Yarno Trulli in Malaysia right now, was where everyone was trying to get past the TO. Oh, there's yellows ahead. There is yellows. I don't know who that was. I think that might have been Cowboy.
I think it was Cam who's got damage.
That's an issue for me since I can't see that damage, but right now though, Bugatti's behind his teammate.
Oh, Finn's lost it. Big crash. Turn 12.
Oh no, he's lost it again. He's really not liking that turn 12. As I have seen turn 12 before claim a lot of victims, but right now though, battle for 3rd place is heating up as Cherry's lost his gap to Lickle. As Greeny is thinking about making a move now on Cherry.
Further down the grid, Boom is also interested in a move. I'll keep an eye on this, but you focus on that battle ahead. Boom is looking for a move on the outside. On the outside, force on the grass. Room is left. He can't get that move done.
It's not the traction he wants. Yeah, and you are right. Couldn't get the move done yet. But
the guy's looking really quick on the mediums, isn't he?
Yeah, the mediums can work in these conditions quite well, but so can the softs, as we can now start seeing the rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier now. So maybe, possibly in 6 to 8 laps, possible into territory. Right now,
the Pie goes sideways out of the corner.
The Williams look really hungry for the Alpha right now. Right now though, Bugatti's looking really quick on those medium tyres. Don't get me wrong, Greeny's done 8 laps on those softs.
5 seconds. Mr. Grumpy going for a move around the outside for the McLaren of Pornage.
As if I was Greeny, I'd just let his teammate through. Ooh, almost rear-ending his teammate. Bugatti's
going for a move down the inside. Contact.
Oh no! Big contact.
Greeny won't be happy with that down the mic. He just lost. Oh, DRS enabled.
So it isn't in as yet then. But that's one rule you don't want to do, is crash into your teammate. As we see that Boomer is trying to pass Cowboy.
Greeny's gone a little bit wide out the exit turn 2. Will Alfie send it down the inside? Can we see him move here?
Oh, has Dre got an issue?
He's going to go for lunge maybe.
Dre has just let everybody through. Now, he's got big.
Dino's gone wide, 3 wide.
Ooh, bit of contact there between Dre.
Boomer's on a mission, isn't he?
He is, but Dre had a bit of wing damage there as well, so that may have not helped him. But right now, Greeny is really struggling now to try and catch up with Cherry, as Bugatti is starting to reel him in, but so is Paresh in 6th.
Does Greeny have damage?
I don't think so.
Can't get an angle on him.
No damage as I can see.
No's good. Alfie he wants to make a move down here. Going a little bit sideways into the first corner for the chicane.
You
can get a better exit, I'm not sure. DRS is activated though. Going around the outside. Does he stick the move? Base is left. Beautiful move there from Alfie.
Now Paresh is probably looking hungry for this battle. Oh, he tries to stick his nose in. Those mediums for the guy are starting to help. And he's already put a bit away from now, Greeny.
Harsh is in the rear rest. Can save all of his energy and use it into the next heavy braking over. He goes all over the curb. He's going to be at risk here of another overtake. 2 overtakes on 2 laps, losing 2 positions. He holds the inside line and moves across during the braking zone. Oh, Corby's going around the outside of Paresh.
Nice camera angle here.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
Oh, no. Cowboy's gone.
Boomer.
Cowboy saves the car.
Oh, Boomer's out. Boomer's out.
Oh, no. VSC has been deployed. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Bit of contact. Maybe that contact from Cowboy just ruined Boomer on the rear end and just put him into the wall. As it looked like just the way Cowboy entered, it just unfortunate that they touched. I couldn't really tell who was at fault really. But it has got a VSC, so Boomer will be a bit disappointed with retiring. So we've now got 3 DNFs. Red Bull, a Renault and a Ferrari. However though, Greeny now in 5th, Bugatti 4th. Cherry's actually pulled a gap to Alfie. That's Bugatti in 4th. Is by any chance Cam in between them two? As VSC has ended, so DRS is redeployed. As Dre is in, as I do agree, he has wing damage. This is the only close spot we have right now is Paresh and Greeny.
It's a slight mistake into turn 1. Hard. I don't think they're quite warmed up, you know.
Maybe correct, but
goes D into turn 4. I think it's turn 3. I keep getting it muddled up. Let me have a look.
Bugatti has caught up with Cherry already. It looks like. That's one of the Williams. Oh, attack him. One of the Williams is
going down the inside already. Alfioli gets a move done. Beautiful and clean move there from Alfioli into the podium positions.
Greeny's tyres are absolutely shot. Paresh is going on the inside, on the outside, switching. Just can't get the pace at the moment with straight line speed, so he's going to have to do it in the corners. He's thinking, will he get a good run? He's faster. Straight line speed, going on the outside this time. On the outside he goes. Will there be contact? Ooh, very close. No contact at all there. Good close racing. As now Dino wants to get into this fight as well on the medium tyres, as Ash is picked from the lead.
Greeny's in the pit as well. Do you feel as though they're hoping for some inters, or are they going to go straight back to the dries? Maybe another set of softs?
Not right now though.
The sun is peeking through a little bit, so they could go back to some soft amount of tyres. What tyres is Ash on? Ash has gone on the medium, so he's hoping to go to the end of the race.
And Ash, Greeny has also gone on the mediums as well. So maybe the rain is coming a lot heavier later in the race.
There's loads of cars bunched up together, going for their first sector. Look at this racing going on here.
Dino is trying to find a way through Paresh, but great defending right now from the Toro Rosso driver. Right now, both Haas cars are 7th and 8th. They did start further down the grid, as Jamie is now in 16th on the hards after that inter strategy. Trying to pull off, didn't work.
Side by side, nearly into the chicane. Parrish picks up a penalty.
Dino was lucky there, he didn't lose the rear.
In the races. Yeah, I know, right? He's going to send it.
Dino's going to go on the inside.
He's a bit of a half-hearted move there, isn't it?
Just trying to tell him that he is there. Show his car in the mirrors to the Toro Rosso. Will he go for a lunge into the final two corners? Ooh, he goes for, not for a good lunge, he runs a bit off there. And actually pressures in, so those softs are dead.
Out to Mestos, who's on the hards. Those tyres really haven't warmed up, have they? And he goes deep into the second last corner, and Ash will say thank you very much. As he's given a clear run to catch up to all these guys. Will he get a really good undercut on these guys?
As Lickle's also stayed out now for...
Oh, Lickle's staying out.
So he hasn't responded there to Ash, which could affect him in the race, as right now we can see Ash is flying.
The undercuts seem to be really strong in these conditions. I don't know why Lickle hasn't hit it. Maybe he's hoping for some rain, or he just wants fresh.
Oh, we see both Haas drivers fighting next to each other, so hopefully there's no contact like the Williams did. Will there be team orders?
These guys aren't actually teammates, though.
Well,
the fact that they're sharing a car.
Ah, right. So not teammates, so they're sharing a car. Let's see what these two can do against each other.
The outside. Oh, and he is let through. Nicely done.
Maybe that was actually a strategy call to get DRS.
Oh, Portage's in the wall. Lost it. Will there be another safety car? That's going to help Lickle blocks, isn't it? Lickle should block. Lickle blocks, he needs to box
that
now.
That could help Lickle, actually. You're right.
He needs to box. Oh, safety car. Lickle. Oh my god, he's so lucky. Lickle blocks is so lucky. Ash must be just kicking himself in the arse right now.
I'll tell you somebody else who is actually lucky. Is actually Bugatti. And Dino is going to take the lead in this race.
Stays out.
He's on 8 laps mediums. They can go a bit longer.
He can still go under another second or half.
He could, but then he could lose some positions as Lickle's actually on inters.
Lickle's on the inters.
So Lickle's thinking it's time for inters.
Bugatti's race out of the way.
Bugatti's gone on softs, thinking the Williams.
Do you reckon that's an accident or is that on purpose?
No, I think he's doing a Jamie strap, gambling for the rain to come.
It could work. I don't see it getting worse.
I don't know. Actually you can see that he's struggling. It does look a lot heavier than what it was on lap 10.
No, I think it looks lighter. I think it was made a mistake. I think he's thrown it away.
He could have thrown it away, but he could pull a masterclass strategy right now, as Bugatti is on a set of soft tyres. Dino, though, however, is now leading this race.
Bugatti, my nominated driver of the day, or my predicted driver of the day, he is putting in a good performance and a good shift in overall. In 5 positions so far in the race, 6 positions. I think he qualified P11 if I remember correctly. So he's putting a good shift in the Williams, and now he's on the best tyres in the best conditions. He will have the most warm up compared to the other drivers, so he should get past Lickle fairly easily. And he needs to hope that Ash Best and Dino have colder tyres and Lord make out of the way. So Bugatti is on for a win here.
Yeah, Bugatti could be on for a win here, but so could Dino and so could Ash. You know, anybody.
Dino has to pit, remember?
Yeah, but
Ash.
I think those tyres can go to around about lap 25, at least, those mediums. Possibly to the end, it depends what the weather's going to be like and how he treats those tyres.
Well, I'm nominated. I think Bugatti's got a good chance for a win here. That's my prediction. 2 wins in a row for Alfiola. Rooney's also in a good position, and so is Ash. Mr. Grumpy's actually looking rather
so
tasty.
So is Juho, actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Mr.
Yeah,
Grumpy,
Juho's.
High hopes for him.
No, Mr. Grumpy in the first near. Oh, wrist plate, sorry. Yeah, we could see him come somewhere, actually. Yeah, he is in the sauce, fresh set. But what about Juho? Spun it twice in turn 12, currently in 6th.
And he's in pit again. So
Cowboy's actually off the track. Cowboy's gone off.
Crashed.
And he's actually retired.
Again. That safety car's going to be out for longer now, isn't it?
No, that shouldn't make the safety car stay out. That's interesting. Dre has also gone on Inters.
He's going off the Inters. He changed, he doesn't like them. Smart call.
Oh, actually, yeah, he's gone off him. Sorry, I apologize. I thought he was actually going on Inters. So actually, yeah. So Dre's thinking it's not Inters yet. Lickle thinks it is. So interesting. Very interesting there.
Lickle's going to fall back like a house of cards.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
There's just no wet line, it's still dry.
Yeah, I think it's still too dry off the Inters, but it does look wetter than what it was like 10 to 5 laps ago when it started, so we could be wrong. The track could be really timed for Inters, it's just not showing a wet line yet.
Only time will tell when the safety car comes in, which I believe should be this lap. You're going to go on board with Dino to see if the safety car lights go out. Yes, the safety car's in this lap. The Dino now back the pack up, and he will want to go as fast as possible because he doesn't want to lose any more tyre temperature than what he has to.
It's just got 10 seconds. Now, I don't know if that will get
track limits. Has he
now,
done that cutting and corner?
Possibly, and that could stay if he's deliberately actually cut it, or unless it's
he didn't have the cut, he should have been fine to catch up.
Dre's done it. Well, safety car has come in and Dino is away. Dino has pulled away and Ash is already attacking Lodi. He's actually got to give the position back, so he overtake too quickly.
Oh, Dino's gone deep and so's Lodi. Ash
oh no!
was going to get double overtake. Oh, they're round! Oh! Carnage.
I only got the
absolute carnage on the field. Oh my god.
There is an and the Renault's getting collected. There is an absolute pile up. I think they need to red flag the session here. An absolute pile up there.
Cho 2 picks up a penalty. Does Alfie Ollie get damage? I think he has.
Yeah, has he got damage? Yeah, he's got big chunk on his end plate, missing.
No, yeah he does. Green's clean.
Well, Dino will be happy with that. In theory, you have a big smile on his face. He's got a big.
This safety car was a bit of a surprise.
It's too early.
Now on for the win.
The safety car's just come in. I don't understand if it was a VSC, but wow, I wasn't expecting that. Ash got damage because.
Let's have a look.
No, he hasn't.
He's clean. He's clean.
So, what about Greeny?
Greeny's clean.
Yep, no damage from him. So it's just the guy what's been really let down. And yep, it wasn't Inters yet, and Lickle was just unlucky there as the Hash just lost it on traction. And it just collected him.
Intermediate's going for an overtake on Lordy. Oh, he's putting the wall. He nearly picked up damage. The Inters, oh, he's got wind damage, that's why it's quick out. It goes around the outside of the chicane. I wouldn't be surprised if Lordy retires.
Dino's in. Wow, hang on. Dino's thinking it's Inters.
Yeah, there's a few other drivers in the intermediates.
So maybe Lickle did make the right strategy, but he was just unlucky to get collected. But people are staying out. Wow, the guy's like stayed out with that big damage on his wing. Williams, I think
that's best for this race, just to wait until there's more Inters. It's starting to get wetter, but it's not quite there yet.
I think it's on the verge of Inters right now, as they're not really pushing the car that much.
Can you? Dry line is starting to go a little bit now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. The thing is, it's not that easy to tell because. I don't know, people have stayed out on dry tyres, so. In theory, it could be time for Inters now.
It could be interesting to watch the delta between the intermediate runners and the dry.
Oh, yeah, that's the best thing to watch out for is Dino and Dre. Has Dre got damage? Yes, he has. He has. He's got a bit of input.
That's not the best telltale. Let's see if he pulls away from Cam.
Well, actually, Dre's still pulling away from Dino. A little bit there.
Yeah, best to watch Dre and Cam.
Dre, no. I actually can't see Cam.
Dre, Dino and Cam. Dino and Cam. No, it's a little dry at the moment.
Dios,
Oh, now it is.
It's definitely dry still then.
Oh,
Dios
Alfioli
is
just
still
got past the
unable.
pit, so he's going to have to do a whole lap on those tyres. But Green needs to get past, otherwise he's going to be held in the pits, and that'll be his race ruined. Crucial he gets past this lap.
Oh, as Ash is actually trying to think of an overtake on the outside of Greeny.
That's not going to be helping Green's opportunities to catch. Cherry supply picks up 3 second time penalty.
Cherry's just got a pan. As Dre's in. Dre's in the pits. I think to replace that front wing.
Dino's in a really good position now, isn't it?
True, Dino could be in a good position, but it depends if he can catch, because right now the gap between him and the leader is...
Actually going to go for a move, actually going to go for a move. Into the chicane. Oh, he backs out of it.
Backs out of it. But the gap to the lead from Dino...
Second time penalty.
If it
Really isn't going to catch Alfioli at this rate, is he?
Well, Ash actually will be happy. He's going to get the fastest lap currently, 25.7.
Oh, Greeny gets on the grass and Ash just should get the move down here. And down the outside he goes, and Greeny won't be able to pass Bugatti. That's his race ruined there, isn't it?
Not really. Ash could be just trying to get ahead of him now so he can get in the pits first to get on the fresh inters, but Greeny could be better on the inter tyre if it does, if the weather does get a bit worse.
Do you reckon he'll stay out another lap, or do you reckon he'll box? Oh, and Alpha stays out. They all stay out.
I think Bugatti's staying out just so when it starts to rain heavier, so he can just pit.
Do you think it'll dry up again? So only like a little shower, and then it'll just start to get dry again?
No, I think it's going to stay like this, possibly to the end, or get a little bit worse to the end. However, though,
oh, Green goes sideways through turn 3. Turn 2.
it's very interesting strategy call wise. I think Ash is going to win it, but
Yellow flag. I'm feeling Mescos who spun.
ooh, is it good? Is he
On
going
those
to
medium compounded tyres. He's got wing damage.
Well, DRS hasn't been disabled yet, so it is still
It
nowhere
has.
near.
It has, I think.
No, it was
It says
re-enabled.
enabled.
No,
Oh,
it was
my bad.
re-enabled. So, Mescas has actually retired. It's called it quits for today. So he's not going to score
He's back
any
in the pit. I
points.
think he's going back on the slips. No, but he has a 5 second time back. Corner cut, I think he's given up. No, he's pound on.
Interesting.
Down to 12 drivers now.
12 right, yep. Wow, actually quite
Yellow flag.
surprised.
Yellow flag.
It was Ash, he's thinking, oh,
Ash and Bugatti. That was really,
that was cheeky.
really close.
That was cheeky. But
Oh,
it is
Ash
the
nearly
wet
lost it.
conditions. Ash may have some damage. Like, I didn't really catch the end of that. It just looked like they rear-ended.
No, Ash is clean. Ash is clean.
That's why he's good. So no
Shows you
damage
by making a
then.
move on Lordy. Lordy spun it. Full damage. The amount of money it must be spent into this race must be insane. Like the amount of wing damage of flying around the track.
That is correct. But right now, though, we're on the battle for the lead. Ash is now on attack. Still DRS activated. He's thinking of going on the outside of Bugatti. Bugatti's going to try and defend.
Yeah, great defending there from that. Leaves no room, that allows Green to catch back up. Great defending there. Absolutely no issue with that at all.
It's good defending, but I can tell you someone who's not going to be happy is Ash. He just wants to get past Bugatti as quick as possible.
Can you sense a little bit of frustration from the Alpha driver?
Possibly,
He
as
seems to
he
be
is
wanting to
getting
get a move
sandwiched.
on.
Well, not really. His rival.
Is he going for a move here? Is he going to go for a move here? No, he's not going to back out.
Nah, he's going to stay behind, but he's getting really. Oh,
This
he
Grumpy
went him.
loses a session. Do you get damage? No, he's clean that.
He's
Nudging him too many
lucky.
times, won't want to be doing that.
I think another time he does that, he will lose a bit of his plate on the wing. Oh, look.
Charity by squeezing the pit lane. Alfioli doesn't get the best of the line, but he needs to cover the inside line. That's his best chance of keeping the position. But he leaves the inside open. He needs to cover that. And he's let Ash through.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Ash
he's
just
gone
missed
deep.
it.
And
Good.
Greeny might get through as well. Will Greeny go
Ooh,
around the
defensive.
outside? Oh, he's
Oh
around.
no, that's just
Little
touched his
bit
side pod. He
echoed.
needs to be
What about
careful.
Toro Rosso?
He's
Whoa.
lucky he's ghosting. What about Dino? Greeny won't be happy with that. There's Ash actually in. So Ash, is he?
Who
Guys,
goes
no.
in
He,
great
oh,
things?
he's
Disabled. He's timed that perfectly.
Now, Bugatti's going to lose a bit of time anyway because he's got a bit of wing damage, but
Greeny's in crucially, so that little spin may have saved him a little bit.
Pit crew get on board with the Inters and
Dino
send him
is
on
now
his way.
P6. Is he net leader?
Dino
Yes, he
was
does.
net leader. Yep, Dino will
Dino's
take the
net
lead.
leader.
So Dino's kind of pulled off the strategy. He hasn't really lost that much time. As we're now on lap 22.
Yeah, he's got extra wear and a penalty. That could play a little role. Jamie gets past Greeny. I wonder how Alfie's coping on those softs with the damage.
I think he's coping alright. I think that wing damage is actually helping him in these conditions.
You think?
Yeah, it might.
I think.
It might be helping him actually a little bit, but
Liquor Box is left. It was a shame.
no, I don't think he has left, Matt.
He has left. I'm on board.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he left.
Oh, that's unfortunate there for him, as he was.
Lordy's glitching out because like oh, he's a lap down. That's why. Oh no, Liquor hasn't left. He's just a lap down. That's
Yeah,
why.
I was going to say he hasn't left because
Yeah, I was gonna say because it was like ghosted.
as the Haas driver of Lordy wants to get past Bugatti, he is allowed to do that if he's faster than the leader, and the leader has pitted.
Oh, going double sided to the last one.
Bugatti's in. What about Paresh?
Let's
Yep,
see how
Paresh is
Dino
in.
comes out compared to Bugatti.
Yeah,
Hoping
Dino's
ahead
going
of
to
him,
jump him. Dino's going to jump him by a lot. Paresh gets
RS
5
leads in the
seconds.
pit lane. That's
Oh,
crucial for his race. That screwed him over.
As here comes Dino then. Down the straight.
Greeny's going for a move. Greeny really wants to get past Jamie, doesn't he?
Sorry, I actually didn't even know that was actually a close battle. But Dino and Ash get past Paresh and Bugatti.
Will Greeny get a good run? He goes deep into one. So I'm going to set him up best through turn 2, so that's going to allow Jamie to pull away and survive for another lap, or at least until the third sector, where there is another overtaking opportunity into turn 14. He goes a little bit deep. That could be crucial for Green to get past, because that's allowed that gap to close that much closer.
Oh yeah, you are right there. As hopefully they don't go into the wall like a few of the other drivers have been doing, just losing it on traction. Green's been a bit patient.
Oh, Jamie's got a bad run. Jamie's got a bad run. Greeny's going to go for a move. Is he going to go around the outside? Or is he going to switch back to the inside? Ooh, nearly loses it, but he's holding it around the outside. How is he going to cope into this little chicane at turn 9 and turn 10? Clean move around the outside. Jamie goes over the curb, and what a move there from Luke Green.
Jamie's not done. Jamie is still there. Possibly could get a good run in the next few corners.
Luke Green there showing his experience, making sure that he gets the move down when it comes to him. Jamie goes over the grass. It's going to allow Greeny to pull away. He's got a 4.5 second gap to close up to Bugatti if he has the pace over him, which I don't think he will do, because Bugatti's consistently been quicker than him this whole race. Dino's catching up to Cam, who's on the soft commander tyres, so I think he's going to try to stick out on the remaining laps on those tyres. Cam's got a bad run, but we'll see Dino go for a move of the lead. Cam holds the inside line. Dino goes for the outside. He backs out of it, thinks better of it.
Unfortunately, the delta is
Cam is
there.
really
I just
uncomfortable,
can't
so
see
Dino
Cam.
needs to be careful not to go in the back, and Cam nearly loses it, but Dino gets the move done. Makes a move of the mistake, and Ash is next up. That overtake there has allowed Ash to catch up at least 2 seconds there, I reckon.
Unfortunately, I'm missing that part of the action since I can't see Cam's car, so all I'm seeing is Dino close, but no.
Oh, Cam nearly loses it. Going a little bit sideways, so now Ash is catching up to Cam. I know you can't see it, but it needs to be said. Ash is now right in the back of Red Bull. Will he sit back and wait for a move into the heavy brings in, or will he go for a move around the outside? He's things like the inside. He goes down the inside into the chicane. What a move there! That move is nowhere near possible in the dry, but in the wet, there's simply more braking distance, so that allows a move to be partaken there. So Ash has got the move done. Crucially, the gap now down to 3.5 seconds between the leader and P2, which is Ash best.
Oh, you are correct there,
Jamie
but
picks up a 3 second time penalty.
as Ash is going to get the fastest lap point as well right now. He is in second, as somebody else is going to beat that. I don't believe. However, if he wants to catch up with Dino, he's going to have to start picking up the pace a tiny bit now. Because remember, they are both on the same engine, as it looks like Bugatti is slowly catching up on the Toro Rosso driver now with Paresh. So we could see another battle forming for the final podium spot, even though it does say on the graphic that it isn't, unless Cam is actually third. Is Cam actually third, Ollie, for you? Because if he is, then
yeah,
that's
he's
his
third.
actual position.
He's behind.
Okay.
He's just ahead of the guy.
Right, so this
Oh
actually
no,
won't be
he's
there.
4 seconds ahead of Paris. Sorry.
Yeah, for me, he's in the lead by 0.8, roughly. So, oh well. So right now then, Bugatti is starting to close up. Screeny's got a 6-second gap to his Bugatti in the Williams in fifth. Just a little bit of time now.
Paris is now closing the gap down to 1.9 seconds behind Cam. Cam's losing a lot of time, and the rain starts to come down much heavier. He's lost a lot of time, has he? And he's going to be put down to P8 at this rate. He gets overtaken by everyone. Parrish gets a good run on Cam. Cam goes defensive. He's holding the inside line. Parrish moves outside. Cam moves across. Push him with the ground. Oh, there's contact. Cam's in the wall. As Cam now forces him wide. That's not good driving there from Cam Anderson.
That looked really weird there. It just looked like...
yeah, Bugatti just got through that.
Yeah, it just looked like he just lost grip, ran into the wall. It's unfortunate. We're missing a big ding-dong battle right now. But there could be another ding-dong battle between Bugatti and Paresh for, I believe, now P3.
Cam's down the pits.
As the gap now to Ash and Dino dropped 2.2 seconds now. So Ash has applied, picking up the pace very slowly. 1 lap 26 out of 29. Only a few more laps to go as Cam's apparently in the pits.
He's got 3 laps to get it done, but I think Dino has a penalty or two.
Oh, now I actually see the Red Bull. I mean, Red Bull there. He's...
Cam.
Yeah, no, he's... I think that's just because his car was glitched saying he's in the pits. And it's just put him there. Alright then, well...
Cam picks up a penalty.
Yeah, he's now pulling away. The gap to the lead now, 1.8 seconds. So we're going to go on board with this battle, which should be closing down very soon, as we do know there is a battle for third, but I don't believe Paresh is going to catch up, so we're going to stay on board with the leaders.
I'll stay on board with Paresh and the gap and I'll keep an eye out for anything. But there's also a battle developing between Jamie and Jay Bray.
Yeah, you
So
are
I'll
right
keep an
there,
eye on
actually.
them. Could potentially see an overtake. I think Jamie might have a little bit of damage as Aaron.
I'll keep an eye on that. If the gap comes under 2 tenths, I will go over that. Close enough, yeah. Now the gap is now 1.6 seconds. Lap 27, only a few laps left.
Jay Bray looking like he wants to go for a move on Jamie. He's been much quicker than the McLaren. I don't think he'll be able to get a move done into turn 1, but maybe into turn 3 if he gets a good exit. Dre will be able to get the move done. Jamie seems to get a solid exit, and Dre goes a little bit sideways, so I feel that Jamie should survive. So both preserve the ERS going into turn 3.
Yeah, you're right there. That battle is closing, but I'd say another battle was really closing quite quickly now. Ash has somehow managed to gain 0.6 of a second on this lap. I slowly now railing Dino. We probably could get under the DRS range, as DRS is deactivated, however. So Ash has started picking up the pace. Let's see how the
Jimmy, you made a
DRS is
mistake.
compared to each other. He's not really pushing
Jamie.
either. It's interesting.
Dre ready to make a move on Jamie. He goes to the outside line, but Jamie cuts the corner. Dre's getting ready to set up a switchback, but Jamie gets a good run. I think that's a move. unavailable for this little section. On to Ash and Dino.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stay on board, possibly with that battle if it gets a bit closer. We'll keep an eye on, I'm still on battle with Dre right now, but if the gap comes within 5/10 between Dino and Ash, I will switch.
Greeny's got damage.
Greeny?
He's hit the wall, so Jamie's going to be catching him.
Interesting. As we're now on lap 28, the penultimate lap. Is Dre going to go for a run into turn 1? Stays behind. He's going to get a better entry and exit this time than Jamie. I think this is the time to make your overtake, mate. Jamie's going to try and defend.
If he's going to send it.
No, he stays behind. Back. Very interesting.
Oh, he goes deep. Jamie goes deep.
Good patience there.
Thank you very much. Now can he catch the gap up to the stricken Williams with wing damage?
Oh, look, back to the battle for the lead. Gap now 0.8 of a second. Ash knows he's only got a few laps to do it in. This lap, the next lap is his only chance he's going to do it. You're going to have to find 0.8. Or find 0.5 at least just to try and get in within the slipstream and go for a possible lunge. But time is running out. He's actually lost a bit of time there now, 1.2 seconds. See what Ash can do. As we're now on the final lap of the PSGL FP round 2 race of season 25. So who's going to win? Will it be Dino or will it be Ash? Could it be surprisingly be Gatti by penalties? Just don't know what the penalties are. Oh, I don't anyway. As Ash is trying to close as much as he can, but he's just losing a little bit of time right now. And he's running also out of time actually in the race as well. As it's the only battle we do have on track. Well, Ash gained a lot of time there, 5/10. Dino's now starting to feel the pressure, and Ash is starting to pile the pressure now. As we can see, Dino made a little error. Will Ash go for the lunge? So close now.
He himself.
Going on the outside,
yeah,
possibly.
Not around the outside.
Is he going on the inside? No, he waits.
Setting himself up for a good run. Oh, he gets oversteered mid-corner.
Oh no, is that game over for Ash? Will Dino make a mistake? Only time will tell. There's still time. Ash is now starting to pile the pressure even more. Could we see the final overtake on the final corner?
No, he's going to set himself up for the last.
He's got a good run.
Let's see if he gets a good enough run though. No, he doesn't.
And the forward driver Dino looks like he's going to take it. Actually, no, Ash takes on penalties. Wow, I actually didn't know that. Ash takes on penalties. Dino drops to second. Big Gatti will take third, it looks like. Will Press jump him? No, Press goes fourth. What about Greeny?
Oh, Greeny loses over the line.
Loses it.
He nearly freezed it.
Greeny fifth, Dre sixth. What about Jamie? Jamie in seventh. Apparently Cam is eighth for me.
2 times off Dre.
Is Cam actually eighth or?
Cam's eighth. Yeah, Cam's eighth.
Okay, so this is actual his position. As Cam's already crossed the line apparently, so
Cherry 2 price low on fuel.
As one Alpha Male wins, one Alpha Male just getting a few points today, as it could have been a 1-2 for the Alpha team, but unfortunately Cherry was just a bit unlucky in today's race, as there was a lot of close battling, a few incidents of course. So here we have it. Cherry takes 9th, Juho will take P10, actually not Juho will take P9, so he jumps the Alpha. Right, Lickle takes 11th, he will be annoyed with his race today as he looked like he could have won it. And the final person to cross the line with only 12 finishes in today's race out of 19 will be Lodi in the Haas. We'll be happy with that from starting near the back. but will be a bit disappointed not scoring any points. Well then, it's been a very interesting race then, as the top man on the podium is Ash. Takes the win in the Alpha team. Dino did win on track, but penalties drops him to second, and Bugatti will take third after he could have won it, but with that wing damage just too much, and it cost him the win today. Oh man, that's been a very exciting race with a few incidents. What do you say, Ollie? It was a good race.
I felt that there was quite a few crashes involved. It was quite entertaining, the wreck race. A few drivers making mistakes. It wasn't the most exciting in terms of battling, but it was above average, I'd say. But it's a good entertaining race. Dino, of course, picking up P2 in a Ferrari, best result he could possibly want. Dino, Ash was just on another level in the intermediate, so great racing from everyone, and let's see if Dino can carry it on to next week.
Oh yeah, you're right there. As Ash then wins in first place, Dino in second, Bugatti third, Paresh in fourth, Greeny fifth, Dre in sixth, Jamie in seventh, Cam is in eighth after desync, finished him in eighth, Juho ninth, and Terry lost the position from ninth to Juho by penalties in 10th, Edward in 11th, and Lodi the last finisher in 12th. And the DNFs are, I believe, if it pops up, there we go. The guys DNF today is Callum Anderson, Frame From, Boomer, Pornistown, TMC Cowboy, Mr. Grumpy, and Mecca. So both racing points retired, which is unfortunate for them. And Ash actually got the fastest lap point as well, so I believe he got 17 points. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Well then, did you do interviews last week? Or
Yeah,
right,
I did.
Right, could you suggest them? Since some of them actually are not on my friends list, I don't believe. I know Ash is, but I don't think the other two are. Well then, as we wait for Ollie to get them suggested for me so I can invite them as soon as possible. Right, your comments on who is your driver of the day. My driver of the day vote is actually going to go to Dino there. I believe he could have won, unfortunately the penalties let him down. But he got second, and I think he's in a very good strategy there. What about you, Ollie?
I'm going to back up my guy Bugatti. Like I said, he's got great potential for a great race, and he proved me right. Coming back from 12th on the grid, great racing then.
Well then, we both pick a guy who is on the podium, so I will get the top three for the interviews, I believe. Does Dino not have a mic?
I don't know his booth then is on his left. So.
Actually he's not even on here. Damn. I'll try and find it for you now. As well, wait for everybody else to join. As Bugatti has joined. Oh, he's left again. Nope, he is back. I think he had that type. I think we have a nap type issues there with Bugatti. I had this with you earlier, I don't know why. I think it's just PlayStation acting up. Bugatti, can you hear us? Bugatti?
Hello.
Hello. Right, just make sure, is your mic on?
Mm-hmm.
Always off? Right, that's good then. Well, Ollie, since you were here last week, do you want to take the interview with Alfie? Because I don't know where people finished. If you want to take that interview there quick.
So, Alfie, you were my driver of the day for this race. I have a good feeling that you perform like you did in PSGL 2 last night. Do you see this carrying on? Do you feel as though you can carry on your form with 2 podiums in a row now? Do you feel that will carry on for the rest of the season?
Well, hopefully it is. Obviously, FP is a very car-dependent league, and with the Williams today, I know it being Australia, which isn't known for being good for the pad users, I thought points will be a miracle, but to get a podium and possibly a win if I didn't get involved in that humongous pile up on the exit of turn 2, it's very good. And yeah, to get a podium in the Williams, it's a good sign of things to come with Toro and Alpha in the future. Hopefully more wins and a championship.
Yeah. You had a little bit of contact with your teammate for today, Greenie. What was your opinion of that?
Do you mean at the second last corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I saw Greenie was losing it, and I was in a party, and I said, "Let me through," and he said, "No, give me a bit longer," and I thought, "Nah." so I didn't really mean to go for it, but I meant to have my nose kind of there, but not actually there, and I was a bit further alongside than I intended to be, and I almost spun, but I managed to keep it together, and yeah, so it was a bit sketchy, but it was alright in the end.
Jared, do you want to add anything on them?
Well, I've got to say your strategy did pay off for podium there, big guy, and you did have a big chunk of wing damage when you're on the soft tyre. Did you think you could get third with all the chaos, what happened, and with that wing damage you had? Or was it like a dream come true and you were surprised of getting that podium position?
Well, when I did get the wing damage, it was actually red wing, so I thought, wow, this is going to be awful. But my pace wasn't actually that bad. It didn't feel... The Williams is a boat, and it actually wasn't too bad. So it was alright, and then obviously Green kind of lost all his pace, and then Ash was coming. And I think at one point, I'm not too sure what happened, because on my screen, you know, the red indicator, it wasn't red, so I moved across for my braking zone. I think Ash was alongside, and there was a bit of contact there, but I'm not too sure what happened. But the win was definitely on. You always want to, achieve more than what you actually get. But I'm a bit disappointed I didn't win, but the strategy was incredible. It really did pay off.
Yeah, as it did. You got your podium, so don't feel too disappointed. You got the Williams into P3, I believe. But one quick final question I want to ask you. Round 3 is at France. How do you feel you're going to be at that track?
Well, I think next week I've got the Williams again, so France is probably my best track on the game. It was the one track I didn't want the Williams for, but I've got a podium there in the past on this game, so maybe a podium again, and if the carnage continues, who knows how I can finish. Maybe a win in the Williams.
Well, anything can happen, as we did see there was a lot of pile-ups, especially after one of the safety car restarts. Well, big guy, I ain't got any more questions to ask. What about you, Ollie?
I'm good. I've got no more to ask.
Right then, well, thanks, big guy, for doing this little interview. Good luck for your next race at France, and we'll see you next time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome. As I believe we also have Ash in the party. Good evening, Ash. Just got to make sure that your mic is on always allow.
Yeah, I checked that already.
Alright, good. Well then, you got your win by penalties after Dino had some penalties, but he beat you on track. Did you think near the end of the race that you could have had him if you had a good exit at turn 12, or was that just part of your plan, just stay behind and get it on penalties?
Well, I got like 2 warnings in the first 5 laps of the race, so I was already like taking it carefully in order to make sure that I don't actually get another penalty. So when I pit for inters and I came out behind Dino, I immediately checked that driver in front to check if he has a penalty or not, because Dino in a Ferrari, I know Dino, he can be quick, and he was quick today, and like I was like really thankful that he had a penalty, because that meant I just didn't have to overtake him. So when I got behind him, I was just staying behind him, trying not to get a penalty myself, because there was no point going for that overtake when I had the win in the bag. There was nobody from behind challenging me, so it was just the safest option to weigh out.
Oh yeah, it did play that, and you got the win in the end, so you should be happy with that. And to get to actually maximum points, 17 points with the fastest lap as well. But I've got to say, were you qualifying on softs because of the weather, or was that always part of the game plan and just try and, if there was any safety cars, just trying to stretch those tyres as long as you can and waiting for the rain to pick up?
Well, I always qualify for softs for Australia, so, well, whenever a dry race, like, you qualify for softs, but I saw the race that there was going to be rain at the end, and usually I last the softs from last time I can remember about 7 laps. I was thinking, okay, I'll just go soft mediums, but thankfully, due to all those safety cars and the carnage that ensued and the rain that really took a while to kick in, I managed to just go onto the mediums about lap 12 maybe, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a bit of luck, but yeah, it managed to work out in the end, which was great.
Well then, I haven't actually got any more questions to ask you, so Ollie, have you got any questions to ask him?
Maybe just like add on, how did you feel getting through the carnage? Because I saw that you had to do a little bit of avoidance there. Do you need a new pair of pants, or are you good?
Which carnage are we talking about? Because I was involved in several.
Multiple. Talk about your way through it. How do you feel?
Okay, so I guess we can start with the first part, which was, I believe, that the second safety car restart. Yeah, so I was behind Lordy then, and I was warming my tires because I just know from past races that warming your tires on the safety car will give you so much benefit, and we saw that on the first safety car restart when I just pulled away. So on the second one, again, warmed my tires, got a decent exit, and I managed to overtake Lordy, but then I got an illegal overtake because I overtaken him before the line because, yeah, I'm just had brain fart there. So let him flat through. He went through turn 1, but then lost the back end, so I lifted off because deja vu was on me, and I already remembered last season how 2 seasons ago I think how Oogie spun, and yeah, that happened. So yeah, I just lifted off to avoid wing damage. I was expecting wing damage due to the fact that you usually get rammed into the back, but thankfully nothing happened. But unfortunately, people like Lickle got involved, and that just caused chaos, and I feel so sorry for Lickle because he had a really good chance of the win, and it would have been really interesting to see how that played out. So that was the first piece of carnage, and thankfully I made it through there without any damage. Then we had there was an incident with Greeny wherein I went for a dive bomb on Bugatti, and it ended up, well, it didn't go as well as I planned. I locked up, went a bit deep. I went to the inside heading into turn 14, I think, the fast right-hander, and yeah, I defended on the inside, trying to, yeah, just defend position. Greeny just turned in a bit too early, hit me. He spun, so that was unfortunate. I've talked it out with him, and he's cool with it. It's a racing incident. Just wanted to make sure, like, there's no grief between us or anything. Well, no beef between us or anything. Then lastly, there was that incident with Bugatti, which he talked about a bit earlier in the interviews, and really, I saw him move to the inside for that right-hander after the last DRS straight, and so I was thinking, okay, I'll just go for the outside, but then Bugatti moved at the same time. So I was really confused and think there was just lots of miscommunication there. So thankfully I made it out like fine, but it was just really like it wasn't very clear what Bugatti, in my opinion, what Bugatti was doing there.
A lot of detail there.
Yeah.
How are you feeling for next week? You feeling good? The France.
Yeah, France next week. It's a good track for me. I love driving it. It's really satisfying from other leagues also when I drive it. It's a really good track for me. I just don't know. I'm not exactly sure what the allocation is right now because we've already got pre-planned the allocation. We're going to release it soon. But really depends on the car, because if you're in a Williams around France, that last sector will absolutely kill not only your tires but just your pace due to the lack of downforce. But yeah, it really depends on what car I'm in, and additionally how lucky I am, because today I was very lucky in terms of that, like, my strategy played out well, and the fact that, like, Lickle actually got spun out, which is unfortunate, but that was also lucky for me. So we'll just have to wait and see how France plays out.
Joe, do you want to add anything on? Are you good?
Well, I think you took everything over with that. There's no more questions I've got to ask, and have you got any more? Or is that it? Nope. Well then. Well, Ash, thank you for doing a little interview, and congratulations on your win. Hope for some good luck for France, and hope you do well there, mate. And we'll see you then. And
Yeah, thanks, mate.
yeah, anytime. I don't think actually Dino is going to join. I think he did say in the comments he's just got straight off, so it's understandable. Maybe we'll see him next week for podium interview, possibly. Never know, we could see the same top 3. Well then, this has been PSGL Season 25 FP Round 2. I've been your commentator IRL Neon. I've also been joined with Ollie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Anytime. If you want to see more content of PSGL FP, wait till next week for Tuesday, same time as usual. And for the legendary commentators, me and Ollie, we're going to beat the Mong brand. But yeah, I'm going to sign off now and see you guys next week. Goodbye for now.